And so, the ark was tossed upon the waves as if it were no more than driftwood. Fear would grip the hearts of all those inside, for they could feel the full force of Yah's mighty flood. Yet they prayed and trusted in Yah's promise of deliverance, knowing that He would sustain them throughout the entirety of this storm. In the midst of their fear, Noah would turn to Yah in prayer, pouring out his heart unto Him. He called upon Yah's mercy, asking for the strength to endure through the turmoil surrounding them. As the ark creaked and swayed, Noah's faith remained unshaken, his spirit bound to the promise Yah had made to preserve him and his family. After countless days, Yah heard the cries of Noah and his family. He remembered his promise and began to still the waters. The mighty torrent ceased and the roaring storm quieted. Yah's compassion broke through the judgment, and a hope of a new beginning arose within the ark. Yah sent a great wind upon the earth, and the waters began to withdraw, pulling back from the land. After 40 days and nights of constant rain, light finally began to break through the clouds. Yah's mercy was unfolding, revealing His promise to preserve life amidst all of the flooding. And at last, everyone was able to rejoice and be happy. The ark had finally found a place to rest on the mountains of Ariad. For months they had drifted uncertain and confined within, but now Yah's plan was revealing itself with each passing day. Hope once again grew within their hearts as they sensed the earth slowly emerging from the waters. The waters had finally receded, and Yah's voice came unto Noah, instructing him and his family to leave the ark. The door creaked open, revealing the land washed clean and ready for a new beginning. With reverence, Noah's family stepped out, setting foot on a world touched by Yah's mercy. Their hearts filled with gratitude as they felt the solid earth beneath their feet once more. Noah's time on the ark must have felt like years. However, after months of waiting, Yah instructed Noah and his family to leave the ark. As they stepped onto dry land, they felt the gratitude for Yah's mercy. However, Ham, who had secretly stolen the garments made for Adam, kept them hidden. Yah blessed Noah's family, commanding them to multiply and fill the earth. Cush, the son of Ham, fathered Nimrod in his old age, and he loved him dearly. Cush gave Nimrod the same garments that were made for Adam, which had been passed down in secrecy by his father. At 20, Nimrod wore the garments, gaining strength and becoming a mighty hunter, blessed with divine power by Yah. Wearing the garments, Nimrod became a great warrior, leading his brethren to victory against their enemies. Yah would deliver his foes into his hands, and Nimrod gained mighty fame. As his victories grew, his people crowned him king, and he established order across the lands. Nimrod built a vast kingdom, founding the city of Shinar, where he reigned securely. Nations would bring him tribute, and his fame spread more. He ruled all the sons of Noah, becoming the most powerful man on earth, yet his heart turned away from Yah. Nimrod made idols of wood and stone, leading people into rebellion against Yah. His son Mardon followed in his wickedness, committing acts so vile that a saying arose, "From the wicked goes forth wickedness." This ancient proverb lives on today as, "An apple doesn't fall far from the tree." Amid this darkness, Terah, a prince in Nimrod's kingdom, fathered Abram, a child destined to bring forth light. On the night that Abram was born, Terah hosted a celebration for Nimrod's wise men and conjurers. As they left, they saw a massive star rise from the east, swallowing 4 others. Interpreting the sign, they predicted Abram's lineage would conquer the king and inherit the earth. Terrified by the celestial sign, Nimrod's wise men convened and decided to inform the king. They warned Nimrod of Abram's future dominance and suggested killing the child before he grew powerful. Nimrod agreed with them and summoned Terah, demanding the boy in exchange for riches. Now Terah recognized the gravity of Nimrod's demand and presented a parable unto his king. He questioned Nimrod's wisdom in trading a prized horse for riches, likening it to the folly of sacrificing his only son for silver and gold. Nimrod, though angered, allowed Terah 3 days to consider the demand, still unaware of Terah's cunning plan. Faced with the king's looming ultimatum, Terah acted swiftly. He would replace Abram with the newborn child of a servant, presenting the infant to Nimrod. Unaware of the deception, Nimrod would carry out the execution, unknowingly sparing the future of Yah's chosen servant. protect Abram, Terah secretly hid him in a cave with his mother and a nurse. He provided them provisions monthly, ensuring their survival. For 10 years Abram grew in this cave under the watchful eyes of Yah, while Nimrod and his court believed Abram had been killed. Haran, Abram's oldest brother, married at the age of 39 and fathered Lot, Milcah, and Sarai by the age of 42. This marked the 10th year of Abram's life, and by then Abram and his mother had left the cave, as Nimrod and his people had forgotten the events that surrounded his birth. Abram sought wisdom from Noah and Shem. He stayed with them for 39 years. From the age of 3, Abram was taught to walk in the ways of Yah, even as humanity rebelled, worshiping idols of wood and stone. Only Noah's household would remain faithful to Yah amidst the widespread corruption of Nimrod. Terah, Abram's father, crafted 12 idols, one for each month of the year, offering sacrifices to them regularly. This idolatry reflected a generation steeped in wickedness, forsaking Yah for lifeless gods. Yet Yah's truth remained alive in Noah's teachings. Observing creation, Abram would question the sun and the moon. As praying to each, he saw their limits and realized they were Yah's creations, not deities of their own. Abram's heart turned fully to Yah as he rejected the false gods that humanity continued to worship. Under Nimrod's reign, princes conspired to build a tower reaching the heavens, aiming to dominate the world around them. They united 600,000 men and settled in Shinar, where they began construction. Their goal? To defy Yah, worship false gods, and ascend into the heavens. The builders were actually divided into 3 groups. One who wanted to fight Yah, one who wanted to replace them with their own idols of wood, and then the ones who just wanted to smite the heavens. Their pride blinded them as they labored tirelessly. They would mourn over broken bricks, but ignore human lives that were lost in this dangerous construction. Yah observed their rebellion and sent 70 angels to confuse their language. Chaos erupted as builders misunderstood each other, throwing bricks in frustration. Their project collapsed into violence, and the once united people turned against one another. Yah judged these builders. Others were killed by their own neighbors, and many were forced to scatter across the earth. The unfinished tower were partially swallowed by the earth, partially burned, and a third stands still as a warning to others. The site will become known as Babel, the place where Yah confounded the language of the earth. Thousands died during the construction, and the remaining people abandoned the project, scattering worldwide. This incomplete tower remains a testament to human pride and their folly. Because of the Tower of Babel, Yah scattered humanity across the earth, divided their language and families. They built cities, named them after themselves or notable events. Japheth's descendants spread across Europe and Asia, while Ham settled in Africa and Canaan. Ham's descendants established cities, including Sodom, Gomorrah, and the land of Seir. From Pathros to Keflah, the Philistines emerged, becoming a significant force in Canaan. This legacy would shape the conflicts and culture of the region for future generations to come. Shem's descendants, including Elam, Asher, and Aram, founded key cities such as Nineveh and Uz. These settlements became centers of early civilization, with Shem's lineage preserving the knowledge of Yah amidst the widespread idolatry and rebellion. As nations spread, they established governments to maintain orders in their cities. These systems reflected humanity's attempt to create and establish stability after Yah's judgment at Babel, yet idolatry and pride continued to define their ways. Nimrod established 4 cities in Shinar: Babel, Erech, Eked, and Calneh. Despite his downfall at the tower, he continued in rebellion, teaching wickedness to humanity. His son Mardon exceeded him in evil and leading people deeper into sin. Kedorlaomer, the king of Elam, waged war against the cities of Ham descendants, subduing them. For 12 years they paid him tribute, living under his dominion. Meanwhile, Nahor, Abram's grandfather, passed away, marking another shift in their lineage's journey. At the age of 50, Abram returned to Terah's house and found the 12 idols. Outraged, he declared their destruction within 3 days. Questioning Terah about Yah, Abram exposed the futility of worshiping wood and stone, and challenged his father's misguided faith in them. Mocking the idols, Abram would place food before them. He then smashed the idols with a hatchet, leaving it within the largest statue's hand. When confronted by Terah, his father, Abram would cleverly blame the destruction on the great God who held the hatchet. Terah enraged, asking how could it do it if it's only wood, proving his own absurdity. Terah would go on to snitch to Nimrod, who angrily brought Abram before him. Abram denounced idolatry, calling it foolish. He warned the king of Yah's judgment, citing the flood as proof of Yah's power. Abram urged Nimrod to turn back to Yah, declaring that serving lifeless idols would bring ruin upon him and his kingdom. In Nimrod's court, in front of everyone, Abram fearlessly proclaimed Yah's sovereignty, warning of the judgment for the king's wickedness. He called upon Yah and asked that he see the sins of the earth and judge them. Abram's unwavering faith in Yah set the stage for his destiny as the patriarch of righteousness, and why he was to be known as the friend of Yah.